Hi guys, my name is Meads. Welcome to my channel. This is Revoltech Yamaguchi number 120, Jehuty and Vektar Cannon. This is a massive figure. Kind of reminds me of that Leviathan in XL3 booster. That's a big box. This one is a relatively big box also. So you have that huge Vektar Cannon. And I'm a big fan of add-on kits or pretty much any add-on packs. Yep. And this is one of them, even though I already have a Jehuty, but this one has a Vektar Cannon. Yep. So that's really nice. And why don't we open this up? And fortunately for me, there is no tape. Let's see. But I still have having problems opening it. Why? There we go. Yep, no tape. Just be careful. Yes, no tape. This is nice. I really don't like tape. I don't know why you add. Oh, I guess to prevent things from falling off or people stealing them. But never was a big fan of tape on packaging. That's a big unboxing. Alright, I got the box out of the way. And there's a lot of parts here, which probably best to just take it out of the packaging. I also thought about it, if I re-review Jehuty, it's going to be a long review, and it's pretty much the same thing. So I'm just going to quickly go over what parts we have here and what are different. So first off, you're going to have a separate ring. This is different from the first release. That's the one I have. I got a trade from Versus Z. And you're gonna have a different one because this one's holding all those bits. Another thing you'll find different is this. You have a hand with pretty much a peg there, which you'll see in a bit what it's for. So that's another add-on. And not sure, but you have a different kind of joints here. I think this is for the shoulder. Yeah, just a different style joint. And you still have this. I love this Revoltech boxes. And you still have two sets of blades that goes on the right arm. And you have the wings. And this is pretty much for the elbows that you can swap on. And this is pretty much the middle part. And here we got all the gold plated parts. You have the bits, which is nicely painted. It's not that a bland gold plastic. It's actually really nice. And this is pretty much stationary. You cannot fold them. It's a solid piece. And you get 5 of them. And you also have this. There's a plastic parts here which connect this. Not too sure what these are, but it's kind of like I think of fuel pods. And this is pretty much the core, the backpack. Alright, so pretty much is the top plate. We got this awesome side of the cannon, again with really nice gold plating. I'm not really sure if that's plating or just the plastic. It's a different type of plastic, which is really nice. Kind of reminds me of the one they use for Iron Man. Yep. And you get 2 of them, and this is also a solid piece. There's no moving parts. I don't think there is. Then you have Jehuty right here. Alright, so again, just a side-by-side comparison with the original release of Jehuty. They're pretty much identical, but you're not getting this, I think, an anime indicator. But you are getting something else. It's kind of hard to have them stand, especially that stand that you can swap out, because there's not much surface area, and Revoltech joints are sometimes they slide, or it's just pretty much it's a balancing act. So I just have it on a time machine stage jack right here, and both of them look awesome. It's really nice seeing just the difference in color, and I'm starting to like this one now. I'm a big fan of this because it's blue and metallic orange or copper, but the gold and kind of like the metallic bluish. I'm not even sure what kind of blue that is, but it's really nice. Alright, so let's get to the part we're waiting for. So pretty much we're gonna start with this, and let's see what I'm gonna do. Oh right, might as well start with Jehuty first. First thing you need to do, remove the bits on the back of his waist and the wings. You need to detach them. Let's see. You may have to let's just remove this for now. It's a lot easier to put things together. So the first thing you're gonna do is see those two pegs right there on the back. Just connect it like so. It is quite a snug fit, and there's that stand connector on the bottom, which just goes underneath the clear part right there. And I'm not gonna force it, but there is another stand connector right there, so you're not losing that. Alright, and there is a stand right here, so you have a triangular point, which can let him stand now. Next, we're gonna swap out the hands over here, and that's just easy. Just take this off. There is a 4mm Revoltech joint there that you can just remove, and this one I believe is, I'm not too sure which way is which. The two thumbs, but I'm just gonna go this way, I think. But this one has a straight peg, and I'm a big fan of straight pegs, especially for figures like this. It's a lot easier to manage, especially when it's holding a weapon or whatnot. So it's great to have both. And you will use the one with a movable wrist. If you're just, you know, free-forming, you can do whatever pose you want without holding anything. But if you're holding something, you gotta have the straight pegs. And I'm glad that they have that here. Alright, there we go. If you're wondering what's that on my thumb or my hand, ink smudges. Alright, so there we go. We have that. And we'll get to that in a bit. And I think you're supposed to move the shoulders kind of backwards. You can swap out the joints, but I'm just gonna leave it as is. I don't think we need to do that right now. Next part, we're gonna connect the massive, you know, whatever it is, the side binders of the Vektar cannon. There we go. So pretty much two pegs. Just connects over there. Alright. Oh, there we go. And the cool thing about this, if you look on the back, there's this thing here that slides down. That's amazing. Let's try that again. Alright, and I think it's just like the game. I saw some video clips on YouTube. It's awesome. And pretty much the hands just connects over here. Let's see. There we go. And I think if you have the, well, let's see if we can raise this. So it's kind of weird, but I mean, if you have a loose joints, you can have him go up. Well, you can pose him that way. Alright, and again, this can stand on its own with the legs and the back stand. And there's these two peg holes there, and that's where you put the wings. Alright, for the wings, one might think that, oh, why don't I just put this peg right there? And first thing you'll notice, it doesn't fit at all. And it's not what you're supposed to. Yeah, if you can make those holes bigger, but that's not what you're supposed to do. So what you do is, you pretty much detach, well, before we get there, you can remove this and pull this down and attach it to Jehuty. It's pretty much without these wings. But what you're supposed to do is remove this, and you're supposed to remove that too. But I find that it's stuck there, and I don't really want to force it out. What you can do is use the 4mm on the wrist, which you just detach, or if you have extra 4mm Revoltech joint, just use those, and that's pretty much what I have. I have extra ones right there, and I'm just going to do that to the other one as well. Attach the clear effect parts. And be careful, these joints are really small, the 4mm ones. You might break it right in the middle, so just take your time. Alright, so here we're just gonna put it on top, and just connects there. Actually, I kind of wish that you can actually put that so you can add this effect parts, but as you can see, there's a lower part which you just removed. So if you're wondering, it's still there, just part of this cannon now. All right, there we go. The next part is pretty much adding these bits here. On one side there's actually 5, as you can see there's 5, and the other side is just 2. So obviously we're gonna put this thing here, and the thing about this is in the box it shows that you have the 2 towards the inside and the 1 sticking out. Be very careful and try not to take them out once you put it in, because once you break that peg, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm sure there's ways to fix that, like replacing that or drilling or making pegs there, but you don't want to break those pegs, and you're pretty much not gonna be taking them out. This is the only purpose of this. I mean, you cannot fold this and put it somewhere on the cannon on this bits, and that's pretty much what they're used for. Alright, so once you're done, we're just gonna go ahead and put it on the Vektar cannon. Alright, so just locating on the back of this, it's actually, you want it standing up, and you're just gonna connect those 2 points right there. And again, use a little bit of caution when you're putting that on. And there we go. You have all these huge bits, and it's pretty much ready to shoot them. And this is just amazing. It's massive. And just getting back, you can attach the blade if you want to over there. And let's have pretty much a big overview of this massive figure. Alright, I might have to hold my camera up. It's quite huge, as you can see here. It's just amazing. So much plastic. And just details. I really like the panel lines on the armor or the Vektar cannon. And there are peg holes here. Something tells me those are for effect parts. I was actually thinking of putting something, but I don't have anything to put on the back. Some kind of thruster effect parts. Wait, aren't Bandai making those? With the beam saber effect parts. So that might be something I can add on. We'll see. But yeah, this is really amazing. Definitely worth getting. I highly recommend this one, especially if you're a big fan of Zone of the Enders and Jehuty. It's amazing. I think the only cons for this one, there's not much moving parts, but at the same time, it makes the whole thing stable. There's nothing that's flopping around, and for the most part, it's gonna be displayed like this, and that's pretty much, you know, that's what you want. You want to have something stable and does the job, and this is really amazing, and this will look really good you know, among your other collections. Alright, so that's pretty much it for my review. I hope you guys like it. So until then, this is Meads. Thank you for watching. Ever wonder if Zehard managed to grab a hold of this awesome weapon? We'll wonder no more. Here's the vegan Vektar cannon.